Yeah, this is about my introduction into industrial music. It's been more of a hit or miss with me. I've been I heard bands like Ministry, Nine Inch Nails, the band from Canada, which is Skinny Puppy, and stuff like that. It's always been like, I'm more of a basic metal fan, like Black Death and Thrash. But I decided to venture out a little bit, starting back in the 90s. And one of the first bands that I heard of, mainly because I liked DRI, Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, and this industrial band is off the label that Dirty Rotten Imbeciles is on. It's called STG, or Screaming to God. And the album is No Longer Human. It's pretty decent. Basically, all the tracks are pretty good, and rumor had it that Spike Cassidy of the DRI played guitar on the bonus track called Cesspool Victim. So far, all the songs on here are pretty decent and well worth listening to. Now, they did make a comeback like several years ago and created a couple new songs like Shut It Down and all. It was pretty decent, but it just was good enough to listen to. And it just didn't, their new songs really didn't capture what this was all about. But it still stayed in their style and all. It just, I don't know, just really didn't interest me too much. Next band I got into was because of Emperor. This guy is a former bassist of Emperor named Mortis, or Mortius. He went through a couple of different genres. Like, one time he created what sounded like a soundtrack to Braveheart, and then Dark Dungeon music, and all on keyboards and stuff. So, and then he came out with his own industrial project called Mortis. There's A Smell of Rain. All the songs on here are basically decent, well worth listening to. And then I also have The Grudge, which is also decent. Now, I saw them back in like 2008 or 9 with Genital Tortures. They were playing, supporting the Genital Tortures. And I got to meet Mortis. And I'm just irritated that I didn't have a camera at the time. This is going to be a fairly short video. But another band that I got into is based in California. And they're called Dawn of Ashes. They're decent, well worth listening to. They're fairly decent, but the next band is just well worth it. I'm going to talk to you about. This is called Anathema. And I do believe I have another CD by them, which I don't know where it's at the time. Everything I'm not going to buy myself and looking for it. But this is their general idea from California and everything. And well worth it. Now, this next band I have is called, from California too, called Cyclone 9. This is by far well worth getting into if you like industrial. I highly recommend this band. And I saw them once at the Metro Gallery in downtown Baltimore, like several years ago, with a couple other industrial bands. And they put Narrow Bone put on one heck of a show at the time. So I got this, which is Divine Infect, Crown Eye Fornicator, We the Fallen, INRI, and Order to Shadow Act 1. Now that I know I stopped buying music for like 8 years due to certain reasons. So that's the reason why I hadn't got the last 2 albums. which I heard online and are well worth, especially the last one is well worth listening to. So hopefully they come around again. They came close one time last year to Harrisburg, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, but due to work, I wasn't able to see them. So, all right, that's it. It was very short. All right, bye.